What the din is that? Why did I feel each plosive in that sentence?
Cool.
Ah! What is this? Why does it make me... feel?
Okay, this is cool, but it hasn't made me feel the sound I want to feel.
What sound could you be talking? James, no! Have you ever felt like sound just doesn't move you enough? It doesn't grab you, shake you, and pulse through your spine and liver, and let you feel every footstep, catch, punch, and shift in the tone of a story? Well, we have the solution for you.
Introducing the Woojer Vest S3, a combination of sound, mind, and feeling like never before. Music and more can only do so much to invoke an emotional response as beats drop and BPM climbs to the ceiling. Now you can feel it all in real time with this engineering marvel. Don't just listen to your favorite shows, games, and movies. Feel them.
How about we get real for a bit and check out the contents of the box containing this next generation sound investment.
Ooh, rectangular.
Do you even remember why you got so many establishing shots of the box?
For the several intro parodies I can make, like the one from SpongeBob. The one from Smash Bros. Melee's Adventure Mode. Ooh, what about the one from Wii Sports?
They get the point, move on.
Alright, there you are in all of your reality. Now let's look at the box. It's quite large, but it contains an element of clothing. It would be strange if the box was small. On here you can see the product in all of its bebuckled and haptic-clad glory. Go ahead and remove the box from the slipcase.
On the flaps that open outward, which I turned the right way the first time, professionalism at work.
No luck involved. The flaps display a short tutorial for equipping your new vest and a welcome to the future. Hello to you too, box. Now that we have sweeping shots of the flaps, it's time to unveil the vest. Use a flourish now.
Like this?
Is that what we call a flourish now? Sure. You can now see the Woojer Vest S3 in all of its now unveiled glory. No plastic straps or zip ties to break away or toss. The vest is neatly packaged and can be neatly lifted from the form-fitting vest-shaped indent in the box. Under the vest itself, which we will place... there, why not, are the warning and instruction pamphlets. Be sure to feel under the left and right panels in the box and find the fast charger, USB-C charging and data cable, and the adapters you'll need to charge and use your new Woojer Vest. Now that you've caressed one box of contents, let's check out the adapters box. This contains, surprise! Adapters for all sorts of plugs from across the world, because something we didn't know, not all countries share the same outlets. These adapters ensure you're prepared to use your Woojer Vest S3 at all times in all corners of the world. Now that the contents have not been returned to their boxes, put the boxes away, close the flaps on your Woojer box, and let's look at the vest. You can see the haptic circles, the charging port, the sleek mesh, and the smooth design. Perfect for feeling!
Now that the vest is free of the box, you can turn it around on the table and look at the front, which is way cooler than the back. You can see the buckles that latch over your abdomen, and the oscillators that will rest at your ribs, shoulders, and more. Go ahead and unclip and unbuckle your Woojer to witness the full breadth of this technical marvel.
James will now point at all of the oscillators and or speakers. Look at him. Good pointing skills, James.
They didn't name me James Points at Things funny name for nothing. Now that your vest is on the table and you've successfully found the control panel, be sure to discover that you have to charge it.
Zooming in on the control panel reveals the different jacks, volume, and sense control, and the big power button. All of this is way less impressive until we charge it. Now that our new best friend is charged, updated, and we've downloaded the mobile app, it's time to equip it and see how it feels.
I feel like my armor stats just went up.
They did not. Let's boot up the app and connect our device. Here you can notice that we have not yet connected a source or an output device. So right now the vest is just really fancy. How about we pair the vest with our phones via Bluetooth? There we are. The Woojer Vest is now connected, which means we have a source for the vest to oscillate to. Now we just need an output device.
Luckily, you can use any headphone with a 3.5mm jack or any USB-C capable device.
You too can struggle to plug them in without using both of your hands, just like James.
You can even control how strong the vibrations will be with the sends arrows, and the volume of your source with the plus and minus buttons. It's kind of cool. Never settle for less than full sense though. Sound should rattle your bones.
Now that we've connected it to our TV via Bluetooth, and I have a bowl of Cheerios, it's time to test the strength and power of these oscillators while we watch the best scene in the best movie, John Wick preparing to unretire in John Wick.
John is a man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. Something you know very little about. I once saw him kill 3 men in a bar with a pencil. With a pencil.
Well, that was an experience and not at all an overdramatization.
It looks like the whole vest felt every hammer slammer as you made a bigger mess on my couch.
I cleaned it up.
We have an idea of how this thing reacts when you watch excellent movies. How does it react when you're doing this thing was made for? Gaming.
But not just any game, right? We can't waste our time on some normie game like Super Mario 64. We have to go hardcore and finally break out that copy of Dance Dance Revolution we dust off every 5 years just to put it back in the case.
This time, let's play it though.
Oh, right. There is a definite beat to the way the oscillators react. I feel the strong bass of the song in my chest, while the, treble and other beats can be felt in my lower back. It feels as though the sound starts at my chest, then weakens and moves around my body to the other oscillators. It's a very satisfying experience for someone who has no rhythm.
Makes me wish we had a dance mat.
The vibration will sometimes even bop in time with the button presses, which really helps someone with no rhythm keep the beat. Most of the time.
Now that we've maxed out DDR Extreme, let's try something else. Something we've never heard of. Or owned. Like Rez.
Now, this game is originally meant to be played with a vibrating controller that will react to explosions and beats, but I can't help feeling like this is a more thorough experience. Each time I lock onto an enemy, the vest bops. Or see how the character pulses with the beat of the song? That's what the vest is doing as I move through this level. Explosions really make the vest pop as well. We may lack the real peripheral for this game, but the vest really enhances this experience beyond what a simple controller could.
As frequency loads up on the PS2, I have to ask, how long were you filming at this point?
I was about 2.5 hours in, and the battery on the vest was still in the green, which was very surprising. Wireless controllers barely last that long on current-gen hardware.
Depressingly true. Now then, frequency.
Yet another rhythm-based game.
I can barely understand what you're doing in there, so what's going on?
I'm not sure either, but at some point I played well enough to where the vest began to really vibrate, and I assumed that meant I was getting better at the game. With the beat being pumped into my sternum via the vest, I was actually able to focus better on the visual noise going on in the game, which actually helped me figure out how to play. Eventually I figured out the vest really enjoyed and reacted to bass and drums, and didn't react much to scratch and vocals. That's to be expected though.
Hey Andy, how about we try this with something that's not rhythm specific?
How about a game about collecting the universe?
Katamari Damacy.
Oh, yeah, that too, I guess.
So how does this game cause the Woojer to react?
Well, as usual, the bass causes a predictable reaction from it, but it really reacts when pausing the game. Probably because pausing the game is such a halt of the game as well. Anyway, as I roll, collect, and grow bigger, I'm noticing the vest doesn't have a lot to do outside of reacting to the music. It definitely gives a new dimension to this already unique soundtrack, though.
That'll look fun, and if you're sick of your TV speakers blaring these sounds at you, you can hook up earbuds, Bluetooth buds, and even headphones to the vest itself to experience the bops and pops games, music, and even YouTube videos have to offer.
It really works!
And with that, I think we've covered all we can about the Woojer Vest S3. This is a fascinating piece of technology that we have gone into way too much detail on, but it still remains impressive no matter how many times we repeat ourselves. It brings a new universe of experiences to already impressive ones such as video games, music, videos, movies, and more. While this thing may get you a few looks from people in the grocery store, it's still pretty damn cool.
Thank you for joining two very musically challenged individuals for this review of this music-intensive object. Be sure to follow us for more. Thank you again. See you next time. I gotta throw out these bananas.